Hi, I'm Gail Levin, and I handle wireless product marketing here at HPE. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Miguel Guerra, our solutions technical marketing engineer here also at HPE. And today we're going to talk about how you can move from legacy operating systems to HPE Aruba Central. So tell me about those 3 tips.
So 3 tips that I can think of, there's a lot of tips. So I'm going to summarize, starting off with, begin with the Aruba Validated Solution Guides. In the Validated Solution Guides, we have published migration guidance, specifically in the Campus Migrate section of the ESG, of the Validated Solution Guides. We have everything from, if you're running OS 6, instant access points, or OS 8, campus mode. So you'll be able to understand what it's going to take to get there. So planning is going to be very important. We'll cover everything from traffic flow. You need to understand the nuances. And there's specific differences, especially for customers that have segmented their traffic. So the access points, for example, the access points need to talk to Central now. Things like this, you'll need to make sure that you're aware of this. Validated Solution Guides catches all of that. Second tip will be discovery and configuration. Make sure the discovery needs to be thorough. The Validated Solution Guides has specific section on discovery. It's basically a brain dump of experience from a lot of us. All the bumps and bruises that we've taken as delivery engineers. I have previous experience as a delivery engineer and as a customer. So I've put all of that on paper and we've published this for you to provide that guidance. I think it makes it much more helpful for you to understand specific commands to help you understand your hierarchy and making sure that the configuration that you're bringing in. There's customers that have inherited the network that have been at the company, at this new role for a year, and were not there when it was implemented, or forgot that there was changes. In such a large global environment, you're going to have different configuration that you forgot about. One of the things that occurred to me recently was our user experience insight, the UXI sensors. Right, so those sensors, I would have loved them when I was in the field, when I was a customer, because how many customers, a lot of centralized IT departments that don't have technical folks on site, having one sensor at each of these sites. If you have them, you can leverage them already. If you don't have them, purchase just a single sensor per, for each site, catch a baseline, recording of 1 week before and then 1 week after, so you could compare the performance of your clients, of your network. Your CLI show commands. There's a lot of these show commands that you would run that have been helpful for me over the years, before and after your deployments, so I can compare apples to apples. So if I want to see client performance before, I do these show commands and save them, and then compare them with afterwards. The one thing that you'll realize is that with moving to the cloud, it's a lot less CLI. However, this is where DevHub, my third piece of these tips, is our developer hub site. I've been working with automation TMEs to help centralize some of these commands that in OS 10 you would have to run them individually per AP, where we're used to running them per controller. DevHub has scripts now that will allow you to run these commands centrally. The script will ask you what site, and then it'll run that command on all the APs for you, the access points, to make sure that, so then you can compare. I think that's going to be very helpful. And there's a lot more that I wish I could talk about. But again, go back to the Validated Solution Guides in the Campus Migrate section. You'll have a lot more details there.
Great. So the Validated Solution Guides, configuration, and validation.
Yes.
And then you've got a successful migration.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.